Listen, this is your sign to keep applying to jobs every single day. Okay. When I was looking for a job and I landed that job within 3 months, every time I was looking for a job, I landed it within 3 months. I made sure that I would try to land at least 3 to 4 initial interviews every single week, right? So I'm gonna actually let you know why is this so important, right? Because at the end of the day, you need volume, right? Now, this does not mean the spray and pray method, right? I do not teach the spray and pray method. I'm not an advocate of it. I'm an advocate of having a targeted job search approach. That means applying to jobs that you're actually qualified for, applying to jobs that you know you'll be able to make a difference in. This means applying to jobs that you feel like, hey, this is going to be a job that's actually going to land an interview, is going to lead to an interview, right? So being very targeted with your job search, okay? Now, with volume, the reason why it's so important is because you actually don't need to increase your skill set in anything, right? If you apply to more jobs, you'll land more interviews, but as long as they're actually targeted, right? Keep that in mind. They have to be targeted job approach. But the more volume and the more applications you actually send out, the more opportunities that you'll have to land an interview. And the more opportunities that you have to land an interview, that's going to lead to more opportunities to actually get an offer letter, right? And if you get an offer letter from multiple companies, you can then start to negotiate things and actually get what you want at the end of the day. So it's very important that you send out a specific number of applications per day based on what your numbers are. So I'm going to go into actually what those numbers really even are, right? So by numbers, I mean there's going to be a certain percentage of applications sent that actually lead to an interview, right? And there's also going to be your actual number of applications sent. So there's you have to think about this like a marketer, right? So if we're looking for a marketer job, let's put on our marketer hat. There is a certain conversion rate between the number of applications that you send to the first interview landed. And then there's going to be a certain conversion rate from first interview to send the second interview that you landed, from second interview to third, and then so on and so forth. Most of the time, you're going to be doing between usually 3 to 4 interviews. I mean, four is kind of a lot. I think most of the offers that I've had have been 2 to 3, and then even one which was after like the first interview. So usually you're going to be interviewing between 2 to 3. You're going to be doing 2 to 3 rounds, and then that's going to lead to an offer letter from there. Or sometimes they may even do a project, right? So there's going to be a specific there's going to be steps between each and every one of those, and there's going to be a certain conversion rate. So you need to know the conversion rate between each of those steps, because at the end of the day, while yes you can send out more applications and you don't have to increase your skill, let's say you actually want to add that turbo boost to your job search. In those cases, then you're going to need to know your numbers so that you know where you're falling short. So the numbers that I usually track, as I kind of just stated, is number of applications sent. Now, from those applications sent, what is the percentage of applications sent that lead to someone contacting me back? And from those people that contacted me back, what is the percentage of people that, or what is the conversion rate that led to the first interview? And from the first interview, what is that conversion rate to then the second interview, and then from the second interview to the third, and then so on and so forth, all the way up into an offer letter. And then, like I said, you also may have projects that come in between those first to second, or second to third, third to fourth, whatever it may be. So you just need to map out what is the typical journey for you in terms of your job search, right? Once you know those numbers, you'll then start to see, okay, well, I have a high rate of landing the first interview, right? You may have, I don't know, a 40, 30%. Let's say 30% of the people, 30% of the applications that you send lead to a first interview, right? But then after that first interview to second interview, you're only landing about 5%. So that's going to tell you, hey, what am I doing in that first interview that isn't allowing me to get to the second interview at a higher rate? And from there, you'll then be able to start to optimize things. Like another example may be, oh, I get all the way up to a second interview. I'm landing, 40, 50% of my application sent is leading to a first interview. And then from there, I'm getting to that second interview. But from the second interview, I'm usually having a project, right? And from the project, I have then a 5%. conversion rate into the third interview or from a job to a job offer, right? That's going to let you know that there is something in your skill set that's maybe not allowing you to get to that offer letter or to the third interview, whatever comes after that project. So when you know your numbers, you'll then start to learn, like I said, what do I need to do better? So that is like another big tip. So aside from sending out a good number of volume, like a good volume of applications sent, you'll also be able to know like how many more applications do I need to send in order to land that offer letter or to at least get more third interviews by knowing your numbers. So all of that is going to contribute to you getting a job faster, right? That's what we all want. We all want to get a job faster. So in order to do that, you just need to know how many more applications do I need to send per day or per week, and where do I need to get better in terms of my skill. Now, if you feel like you're lazy and you don't want to get better at your skill set, then just send out even more applications, and then eventually you'll be able to land, you know, an offer letter. An offer letter will come to you eventually. Just the more applications you send. But we're all about getting the jobs that we actually want. We're all about getting paid what we actually want to get paid. So increasing your skill sets in the interview process and in your skill set of whatever job you're doing within marketing, paid media, SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever type of position you're applying for, increasing your skills, because there are going to be jobs that offer that, not offer, but there are going to be jobs that are going to say, hey, you have to complete this project in order to move forward. So getting better at that, that's going to allow you to get a job even faster, right? So to kind of tie this all together, when you're doing your job hunt, you need to think like a marketer. Think like a marketer. There are going to be certain steps. There's going to be an entire journey, right? Like there's customer journey and then there's a job hunting journey, right? So you need to optimize your job hunting journey. So you need to figure out where are you lacking in terms of skill set. You need to figure out how many more applications do I need to send so that I can get even better at interviewing, right? And then also you can join the community, the Talented Day Nurse community, to get better in terms of your skill sets, because we're doing mock interviews, we're doing Q&As, we're doing everything to help you with your career progression in terms of job hunting, and also how to just get raises, increase your salary, how to get better at just your job in general, right? So you can join the community to get even better there, but then also just make sure that you're knowing your numbers so that even on your own, you can see, okay, do I need to increase? Do I need to get better at my introduction? Do I need to get better at the way I'm doing audits for an account, right? Because this is all about paid media, right? Like my group is all about helping people in paid media get better at their career. So maybe there's something wrong with your audit process that you need to fix. So when you have this mapped out, you'll be able to know that. So my tip of the day is do not stop applying, apply more, go harder, but also know where you're lacking in terms of your skill sets. Map out that entire job funnel journey that you're doing and figure out where you need to get better. Okay. This is Angel Tyler Braun. Make sure you hit the like, hit subscribe wherever this is being posted. Join the Talented Data Nurse community. Like I said, I'm doing Q&As. I'm doing mock interviews. I'm helping you guys out with anything you need in terms of your career for paid media specifically. So you can join in the link below, and wherever else this is posted, there's probably going to be a link somewhere. So join the community. We got 100 and something members. It's quite small right now, but I promise you it's going to get a lot bigger, and we're offering a ton of value in there. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.